Welcome, Valentino. Welcome back to Yamaha, and also congratulations on being here today, the kind of official start of your 12th season with the Yamaha MotoGP, which is very, very impressive. And obviously, you've already ridden the 2017 M1. You rode it both in Valencia and then also in Sepang. So we're kind of curious today. I'd like to have a chat with you and find out your impressions, not only about the bike, but also about other things in your life, in your planning, looking ahead to 2017.
For sure.
So yeah, as I said, you're starting, your 12th season with Yamaha, but more than that, you've done more than 20 years in the championship altogether with the different classes. I mean, how do you every year get that motivation and that drive to continue? What's the secret?
Yes, it's always difficult, no? And but I don't want to say that every year is more difficult. I think that you have some different part of your career, no? This part of my career is starting from 2013 when I come back in Yamaha, and also changed in 2014 because I changed the chief mechanic and I start to work with Silvano.
Yeah.
And is another one, you know, but I feel good, I feel concentrate with the good motivation, for sure, and I think that what makes the difference is the passion for ride the motorcycle, and also for my work, so go at the track, work with my team, work with Yamaha, is always a great pleasure and I like a lot.
And you rode the bike, obviously you've done 4 days now, comparing 16 and also 17. From your impression so far, the 17, what are the strong points, you would say, of the new bike?
I think that now is different the work, also because the rules remain more or less the same. I think that we arrive already to a very high level of performance of our bikes. So now we have to work on the small details. Especially we have to work on the second half of the race, where we suffer a little bit last year with the Michelin. But the impression is good. The engine is a bit faster, and especially in the second test we work more on the chassis, and we find some higher level, a little bit more margin for improve.
And surely after those 2 days, I mean, these are some of the positive things, but I know you and I know all riders, they always want more. So you must have given the engineers some homework at the end of those 2 days of 2 sessions. What did you ask them to do in these winter tests?
For me, we have to work in the acceleration from the corner and especially with the electronics. I think that our engineers are very good under that point of view, and I think that we have some more potential to take from the bike.
Okay, so we'll see.
So the homework at this.
We'll find out soon enough in Sepang whether they did it or not. And obviously, from your side, the last 3 seasons have been, I can say, excellent seasons. You've been 3 times second. For sure, you want to put an end to that, and you want to step up. What can you do more? How can you step up?
I think that win the championship in this moment of my career is like a dream, and is something very, very important. But also at the same time is also very difficult. For me, the most important thing for this year is anyway be fast, be competitive, and try to fight for the victory in every races, and try to be there in the first group, you know. And after we see, is 3 times second. Yeah. Under one point of view,
which is pretty good.
Under one point of view is quite negative because I never win, but is more positive than negative because anyway stay there and fight for the championship in the last 3 seasons is something very important.
And from this is from your side, but from Yamaha's side, is there anything that we can do more? Is there anything the team can do more to help you be there and to make the difference?
For me, we did a fantastic job. Yamaha did a fantastic job at the end of 2014, and in 2015 we continued to work in the right way, and we had clearly the best bike on the grid. In fact, we won a lot of races, and we arrived first and second in the championship. Last year, I think that the bike anyway remain very competitive, but in the second part of the season is like our competitor improve more than us. So under this point of view, I think that we have to stay concentrate, put some positive pressure on our engineer and try to improve.
Yeah, okay. We will try for sure,
Yeah.
do our best. And in my opinion, you know, if I look back over your career, and I don't like to compare with other riders, but when I look at some other situations, you know, one of your strong points has been you've always kept the same group, the same team around you. Will that be the same again this year?
Yes. I agree with you. I always point a lot on this. For me, it's important. I have a very good group. And I have the same team from 2000. Some changes during the season, but during the years, but at the end the group is the same and will remain the same.
Okay. And I know that obviously to stay competitive, you know, these days there's no chance at all to have a weak weekend. As soon as you have a weak weekend, you lose a lot of points because so many riders are competitive. So that means your training has to be optimum. Are you going to change anything in your training routine for next year?
Allora, the important is always improve something and modify some details, you know, because sincerely, year by year, under this point of view, we always work more. But more is not the right word. Try to work better.
Yeah, in a more optimal way, a more efficient way.
Exactly. So doesn't change a lot this year from last year, but we have something try to make better. Some small difference, yes. Okay. But at the end, the preparation is similar.
Okay. And obviously, one change going into next year is going to be a new teammate. So, young guy coming in, Maverick, obviously done 2 years already in MotoGP. You know, he's been very, very fast in the winter tests so far. We've had 4 days of testing, and he's always been there. What's your opinion so far of watching him, seeing him on the bike?
So at the beginning, I hope that Viñales is a little bit smaller problem compared to Lorenzo, but unfortunately, from the first test, he was very strong, and I think that Yamaha have a very good team for this year, no? Because you have very different riders. Especially Maverick is the younger and I am the older. It means that you can have the crazy, the speed, and the fresh of the younger, together with the experience, etc., of the older, or maybe just the experience. But anyway, no, I think it's a good team, and in Yamaha I'm used to have a very strong teammate. This is the way of the team. I think is the right way. And under one point of view is more difficult, but under the other point of view is a great motivation for give the maximum.
So you can say, while he'll clearly be a rival, at the same time he is also in your mind a teammate to help the team move on and to help get the best performance.
Yeah, for sure. Alors, first of all, you have to have a good respect one way and the other. And like you said, it's very important to work in the same way and try to improve the bike. Yeah. Try to improve the bike and try to make the bike always more competitive and try to arrive first and second in the championship.
We should try. We have a good chance, in my opinion. We have a strong team for next year. And if you would give any advice, apart from go slow, would you have any advice at all to give to your new teammate?
I try to give to him advice on the other riders, but I try to don't give to him important advice. No, I mean he's always very fast. Allora, about the Viñales don't need because he's already very strong and is ready because he's coming from 2 years from another factory bike. He know the way to work in a factory team. And for him, I think that he will be very strong because for him everything is better. You know, he make the step, the bike, the team. So in our team, we work well. We work at 100%. So I hope that don't become too fast.
Fair enough. Okay. So in the past, Vale, I mean, even when you began with us several years ago, you know, I could say you used to be just a rider. just a rider, some rider. Yeah. But anyway, when you are really focusing only on riding, that's already a big, should we say, empeño, a big load, should we say. But now you seem to be doing so many activities. I mean, even your training has stepped up so much. You're in the gym, you're in the ranch, you're in Misano as well. You have the VR46 Academy, you have your company doing the apparel, you have also the Yamaha Academy. You have so many activities. Do you not find that tiring, or do they give you extra motivation and drive?
At the beginning, we try to start step by step, because for me the most important is be fast on the bike, you know. But with the time, with the years, I discovered that for me is not a load. Sincerely, the real pressure is here when you go on the track, when you go on the race, try to give the maximum. This is a big pressure, but the rest is very easy. And it is also positive.
You have a good team as well. You have a very good group around you.
Because for us it's all with the friends, you know. And we work with the young riders, and this is very beautiful and very positive. And we improve a lot of the training, like you said, the range, Misano, etc., etc. But it's funny. It's not a work. Also because they are the work, the other guys. I am the rider. I can.
a good excuse. But also the boss, I know.
Also the boss, yes.
And one of those activities that we initiated together between yourself and Yamaha last year was the Master Camp, which effectively was where we brought over 5 people, and this last year was from Asian region. And they experienced the life of an academy rider. I mean, that was a new project, and how similar was that to what your academy riders do? Was it very close, or was it different? Can you tell us a little bit more?
Is exactly the same at the Master Camp for the riders. Is what we do in 1 week. Put in 3-4 days, you know, concentrate in 4 or 5 days. I think it's great, and I'm very, very proud to be together with the Yamaha in this project, because I think that this can be also my future. And for us, it's great to try to find some younger rider and try to make them strong enough for the Yamaha, you know. So this is good. And also about the Asian rider. We find a positive things and fast riders also, and I think that one during this season makes something with us. So we will do something together, but it's a surprise.
So we have to wait and see a little bit longer to find out.
Exactly.
Okay, that's good. One of the things that I liked about the Master Camp was the interaction also between the young Asian riders that came over and your own academy guys. Because I was really surprised that the academy guys, they really sort of opened up to them and welcomed them in, but also they were giving them very, very good tips and advice and everything. This was really good. I think it was good for the academy guys as well as for the...
It's not easy, like you said, but we try to work on our guys of the academy also under this point of view, because we don't want that now they are world championship riders and now they are...
To keep their feet on the ground.
We want to try to take them on the ground, and also the Master Camp was a great experience, no? And I also like because they put the passion for help the other riders, and this is the way of the academy, you know. So it was good, and we also enjoy a lot.
Yeah, no, that's nice, and also. I think, in my opinion, there's a good future. Right now, we did this Master Camp for the first year for the Asian region. We didn't decide yet. Yamaha didn't decide exactly what they're going to do for 2017. Sure, we will do 2 Master Camps.
Okay.
But do you think it's a concept that could be even more international?
For sure. Yeah. We make Asia because for Yamaha it's very important.
Sure.
But it's something that can work all around the world for sure. Because for me, we study, but we use a program during the year with me that help a lot all the rider for growing up and be stronger and be faster and be at the top, you know. We saw this with our experience, so it's good to move to use this program also for other riders.
No, I hope that we can expand it also to Europe, to maybe Australia, America, South America.
Yes, for sure in Asia is more difficult, no? Because the culture of the motorsport is a little bit in delay, no? Now they have a great passion, but if you stay in Europe, if you stay in Australia, have also more
more history, more knowledge, more experience. Yeah, this is true. Coming on to a little bit of fun stuff, because, you know, we've talked a lot about the MotoGP and about the Academy and so forth, but, you know, there's more to life than just motorcycles. And I know that one of your passions is obviously driving cars as well, especially rally, and congratulations on the recent double victory in the Monza Rally, which was fantastic. Do you have any plans to do more rally driving, for instance, in the future?
Allora, I want, but sincerely now I prefer to be concentrate in the MotoGP during the season, and after if I find something out of the season, like the Rally of Monza, for sure. But it's always quite heavy, you know. But I hope when I will stop with MotoGP to make some years also with the cars that is more comfortable. Your seat, also if you are old, is okay. But the Rally of Monza is always like this, and in the past I did some other races. I like a lot the cars, yes, but the motorsport in general.
For instance, what about Dakar? Because Dakar is something very topical at the moment. You know, we've been watching in the race in South America, and I don't mean on a motorcycle. I mean about on the car. But have you ever thought about that? Is that something interesting for you in the future?
Is one goal, yes, to try to do the Dakar in the future. But it's very, very hard. You have to be well prepared, and for sure with the car, because with the motorcycle is really dangerous. We will see, but you know, I'm more concentrate on the 24-hour of Le Mans. Is the first goal, because on the track I feel better. So maybe when I will stop with the bike, maybe we can have time.
Good. Talking of track, what about Formula One? I mean, I remember well because it was way back in, I think, 2006.
Yes.
When, in my opinion, we almost lost you to Formula One because you know, we had our first contract, and I remember at one time then you and your manager, you requested us, next contract, let's do just 1 year because we're not sure about our future. But fortunately, you decided to stay with motorcycles, so I was happy for that. But does Formula One still remain fascinating for you, or do you ever have any regrets about that decision? Or
no, I'm happy. I think that was the right decision. Also because after 2006, I remained in MotoGP and I won another 2 championships, and especially great races, great battles. So I don't have any regrets. But I like a lot Formula One for sure. And have one moment where I say, okay, we try to understand what's happened. So we make some tests. We go to Valencia, make a test together with the others. And I remember in the flight back from Valencia to Rimini, I said, no, I'm not ready to stop with motorcycle. And it was the right choice.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. And forgetting wheels, I also know that you're a keen snowboarder, and this winter I saw that you were up in Madonna di Campiglio. You're going to have any more time for that this winter, or is it now just focused on...
I want to try to make another weekend, if make the snow, because I have just artificial snow. I like a lot stay in the mountain, because from when I was very young, always my family bring me in the mountain, put the ski when I was like this, you know, now I go with the snowboard, but it's great, we have a good group of friends there. But usually the project now is always come back, but after start, and after you don't have any more time. But anyway, I do like 8 to 9 days, so it's already not so bad. It's already not so bad. Yes.
Good. Well, I'd like to really just kind of say, to wrap it up, to say, you know, on behalf of Yamaha Network and all the fans, Yamaha MotoGP fans, you know, a big good luck for this season. And in bocca al lupo, I think you say in Italian, and I can just tell you that you have the full support of Yamaha and all of the fans, and we'll do everything we can to try to get you that 10th title that you deserve.
Crepi il lupo, si dice in italiano later. Thanks a lot, and for me it's great, and I will try the maximum, also more than the last years for try.
Okay.
Grazie.
Thanks.
Thanks
Good
a
luck.
lot.